In this video, I'm going to take a quick look at the new WizKids D&D product, Icons of the Realms Premium Miniatures. And we will answer the question, which one of these miniatures did I speed paint, and which one is the premium miniature? When I stopped in my local game store, I couldn't help but notice the packaging on this new line. It's very, very shiny. These MSRP for $8 a pop, and I can't help but wonder how much of that money went to this shiny packaging. This nice packaging also means that you can clearly see the miniature, which means you know exactly what you're getting. So here's what you get for $16, a very serviceable paint job, and some nice little detailing here and there. There's not much fancy stuff going on here, but again, for the price, this is probably the best they're going to offer. I did enjoy the fact that there was pearlescent paint on the translucent part of this miniature. So to compare and contrast, here are my own speed paints. Originally, I planned to spend 30 minutes on these, but I ended up kind of messing around and ended up spending about 45 minutes each on these speed paints. And clearly, I could have done a much better job, especially with getting rid of some of the mold lines on the translucent bit and obvious stuff like that. And I did notice that they actually retooled the mold for the Tiefling character, and there were some minor differences for the Dragonborn as well. So given my skills at speed painting, there really aren't many differences between the premium ones and a miniature that I have to take 45 minutes to paint. When you get them on the table and you're looking at them from 3 feet away, there's going to be literally like no difference. So when you're considering speed painting, unless you're very particular with the types of colors that you like to use, there's really not a huge difference. Now, if you have an extra free hour to sit down and carefully paint one of these miniatures, that is a different story. This product is definitely a convenience thing. I know there's going to be a lot of people that don't paint, that are collectors that will probably be using these, but I think the majority of the people who are going to use this product are going to really be using it as a convenience factor. If you have a game coming up and you just don't have the time to paint up a new character for an NPC or a PC and you need something table ready, I think $8 is a pretty good price to be able to just walk into your store and just grab something off the shelf. Besides the recent WizKids Wardling line, there really aren't that many pre-painted, non-random options out there. Now, usually, your friendly local game store will offer up opened pre-painted things and they'll sell the miniatures separately. However, the pricing on those sometimes gets a little wonky, and people are going to take the nice ones first. So by the time you go to the game store, what you're looking for in terms of a PC miniature just might not be in stock. So again, convenience is king. And of course, because my audience is looking for cheaper stuff, there's nothing stopping you from using the unpainted miniatures in your game until you or your player has had time to paint them up properly. Personally, unless I run into a situation where I am running late for a game and I know I need a specific miniature that I don't have, I don't think I'm going to be buying any more of these. However, I'd like to know what you think. Is $8 per miniature MSRP, is that a good price, or is it just too high for a non-random pre-painted miniature? There have been very few pre-painted lines being produced recently. There was the Reaper line, the Legendary Encounters, and there was the Dungeon Crawler Miniatures line, which I believe you can still buy. There was some really quality stuff in that line. And there's a newer company that I don't remember the name of that are producing packs of 4 pre-painted miniatures. I've seen those sporadically online and in stores. I don't know that much about those, but if there are any other pre-painted options out there, please let me know. And you know what? Maybe I will actually do a video sometime soon where I go in depth about the history of pre-painted miniatures and talk about the different lines that have come and gone throughout the years. Well, until then, have a great day, and thank you for watching the video.